Assalamualaikum and hi to our madam and my beloved friend. First of all, I would like to introduce myself and my group member. My name is Nidnur Aina Natasha binti Ni Acimi and I have three members which are one Hafzal, Emir Aida and lastly Nur Atira. Today, we would like to discuss this question number 3 about the most important factor that make Malaysia one of the famous tourist attraction in the world. One of the reason is because the food. As we know, nowadays Malaysia is one of the popular holiday destination for tourists around the globe. My opinion, food is important thing when traveling besides have interesting place. First and foremost, the reason why people come in Malaysia because have the unique of traditional food and western food. From that, they can try something new. This traditional food is a famous food in Malaysia like village food is based on healthy food such as vegetables. For example, nasi lemak, nasi kerabu, lemang, satay, rendang and so on. If you go holiday at the beach, you can eat delicious seafood while see the beautiful scenery with someone you love, like family and friend. If tourists come in Malaysia don't like eat traditional food, don't worry. Malaysia also provide many unique cafe based on Western food. This Western food is becoming popular, especially among teenagers, our tourists from foreign countries. For example, street food based cake, dessert, coffee, and so on. My second point is easy to get the food and cheap price. That's why I say Pulau Pinang is famous place in Malaysia because there are many delicious food and easy for tourists to choose the food what they want to eat. Uh, and also, if tourists do not go to the store or cafe by walk-in, they can order online such as Foodpanda. In a nutshell, through the purchases of this food, Malaysia is becoming so famous and the income country getting increased. That's all for me. How about you, Wan? Do you agree with me?
Okay, thanks, Aina. In my opinion, I don't really agree with you because I think the factor that make Malaysia a famous tourist attraction is the people who like them. Malaysia is a country that practices multi-racial citizenship regardless of the religion and skin color. At Malaysia, you can see people can live peacefully among them. They don't ever been bothered by the skin color or the race. For example, they have the opportunity to see Malay, Chinese, Indian, different kind of way and when doing what we call presentation. For me, it was the main attraction of foreign visitor coming to Malaysia. That's all for me. How about you, Ed?
Thank you, Juan. In my opinion, the reason why Malaysia has become popular among tourism is due to the culture that exists in Malaysia. This is because for white people like American, most of them have no culture. Therefore, they are attracted to travel to our country to see the culture that exists in Malaysia. Not only that, if we learn about geography tourism, we know that tourism have several types of it. One of them is cultural tourism. This make me believe that culture is the reason why Malaysia popular. Other than that, cultural diversity. Multitude of Asian ethnicity has settled in Malaysia over centuries, forming their own special blend distinct from their original culture, and with the increasing globalization, import from all over the world has continued to diversify the country. Each country, it, each culture is expressed and celebrated harmoniously, creating a beautiful life living. How about you, Atira?
Thank you for Lula. In my opinion, Iceland and which are the factor that make Malaysia a famous tourist attraction. Malaysia is a country that has a reputation as a tropical island because of its wealth with enchanted island not only around the Borneo Island but also in the peninsula. And what makes this island even more special is because of their well-preserved beauty and more privacy compared to Iceland inter-country that are too busy with tourist arrivals from all over the world. For example, Pulau Perhentian in Terengganu. The Iceland crave tranquility during the holiday season. Here are also located some beautiful resorts for you and your family to enjoy the perfect holiday experience. The nature here also remains beautiful and welcome. Besides, the beach is also an activity of international and local tourists in most countries that have the privilege of this attraction. One of the famous tourists is Batu Ferringhi Beach at Penang. This beach has the advantage of the of a natural environment as a family tourist attraction. This is in line with the demands of sustainable tourism, which require the natural physical environment as a sustainable resources and value by its visitors. Tourists can do also the beach recreational activities that are releasing instead of rugged is to spend time with children and your family. That's all for me. Thank you.
We can see that we have our own point for the reason why Malaysia is popular among tourism. So I want to ask one, what's the most relevant factor that you get from this discussion?
Sorry, Yuan, your mic is off.
Sorry about it, my mistake. Thanks for asking and thanks for telling me about my mic. In the most relevant factor that I can see during the during this discussion is the food and the culture. Because Malaysia, we can see we have a lot of we have different culture, right? So we also have different food made by them. So like the people who come to Malaysia, they also can buy the food from Indian because we have Indian people live at Malaysia. If they want to eat kind of like China food, we also have because we have Chinese people who live at Malaysia. That's why I think these 2 points, these two factors is the most relevant that the tourists come to Malaysia. For me, it was the main attraction for foreigners to visit, coming to the foreign visitor coming to Malaysia. So that's all for me. Thank you.
In conclusion, the factor that makes Malaysia one of the famous tourist attraction in the world are food, people. Uh, in, in conclusion, the factors that makes Malaysia one of the famous tourist attraction in the world are food, people, culture, island, and beach. The most relevant factors that we get during discussion is food and culture. It is because the Malaysians have a variety of different food and culture that make Malaysia one of the tourist attraction in the world. That's all for me. Thank you.